The silent river is like a ribbon of silk. Countless seagulls immediately surrounded the yacht. They circled in the air. Suching Yue wore one wireless earbud, put the other earbud in my ear, playing a romantic instrumental track. I tore the bread into a small piece, threw it into the air, immediately snatched by a seagull. I immediately turned back. Suching Yue, did you catch that? Suching Yue stood beside me, phone capturing this lively moment, completely immersed in my smile. Yeah, got it. Suching Yue. Her heartbeat gradually accelerated. She often felt she was very lucky to have met me, very lucky to have my unique affection. Under the cover of the gentle pink-purple twilight, the yacht slowly glided through the sea. Sunset slowly descended. The yacht docked on the other side. Coastline. The sky also darkened. Suching Yue's gaze always followed me, watching my cheerful appearance when I laughed. She herself unconsciously curled her lips. She couldn't help but reach out and feed me a small piece of bread. It wasn't like the ordinary bread used to feed the seagulls. This piece had cream filling, also the kind I liked best. Very soft and sweet. I was still taking pictures of the scenery, reflexively opened my mouth to eat it all, only realizing afterwards. Turning back, why did you feed me? It's for feeding seagulls. Suching Yue gently leaned on the railing again, tilting her head slightly, lips curving into a smile, mood especially good. Under the romantic sunset, her bangs gently swayed in the sea breeze. Her phoenix eyes became doting and gentle. I'm not interested in feeding seagulls. I only like feeding you. After getting off the boat, everyone ate seafood buffet, swearing one by one, saying they must eat their money's worth, raising soft drink glasses, with the clinking sound of glasses touching. Cheers rang out. Bottoms up, happy trip. Long-lasting friendship. Words finished. A group started eating meat like crazy, competing to see who ate more. After eating, everyone walked to digest, heading back to the hotel, posting on moments, even attaching location to show off. Suching Yue also rarely posted a 9-photo update. The center photo was a big group shot. There was also a photo of the 3D sand heart. The remaining 7 were all photos of me. The girls were incredibly jealous, liking and commenting 99 on WeChat, loudly teasing her. Someone, after getting into a relationship, posts nothing but boyfriend photos on moments. Besides mandatory posts for clubs and the gym, Suching Yue almost never posted on moments. She also rarely checked moments, belonging to the mysterious, inactive type. But after falling in love, she transformed into a different person, wishing she could flaunt her personal status every day, even changed her WeChat background. Afraid others wouldn't know she had a boyfriend, almost wanting to blind everyone with her love. Hearing that, Suching Yue smiled, not arguing with them, just quietly interlacing her fingers with mine, leisurely walking on the small path. She looked up at the bright moon. Posting these wasn't actually to show off affection, but because she wanted to give me enough security, wanting to give me the most public preference. On the way, everyone strolled to see lanterns for a while. Arriving back at the hotel around 9:30 p.m., they even bought some watermelons and coconuts downstairs. Suching Yue and the room next door shared a large watermelon, waiting for me to finish showering. She scooped the center piece for me. The center of the watermelon is always the sweetest, most delicious part. More importantly, no seeds. I noticed her doting detail, lowering my eyelids slightly. An indescribable complex emotion rose in my heart. It seems it's always like this. Suching Yue always saves the best things for me, even if we got lost in a desert. If Suching Yue only had one bottle of water, she would definitely give it all to me, and casually claim she doesn't like drinking water. I pursed my lips, finally sighing, poking her right cheek gently with my index finger. Girlfriend, you eat first. I wanted Suching Yue to eat this centerpiece. I also wanted to give the best things to Suching Yue, but Suching Yue insisted on feeding it to my mouth. I puffed my cheeks, glaring at her, asking since when do boyfriends eat the watermelon heart. Suching Yue was wearing a silver-white nightgown, her clear eyes sparkling, just after showering, cheeks flushed with a layer of pale pink, lips also looking especially soft. Suching Yue couldn't help laughing. Gu Xing Cheng, it's just a watermelon. Why are you yielding to me? I shook my head, saying very seriously, but I just want you to eat it, before I finished speaking. Suching Yue suddenly took advantage of my open mouth, stuffing that small piece of watermelon in. I slowly widened my eyes. How could she do this? A sneak attack. But the next second, Suching Yue put the spoon down and moved closer to me. A wicked smile appeared in her eyes. Since it's like this, then let's eat together. As soon as she finished, she pulled me to the panoramic window, pressing against me. I didn't even understand what was happening yet. Suddenly, Suching Yue unhesitatingly stood on tiptoe and kissed me, wild and passionate, seeming to release all the previously suppressed emotions. Couple theme. Dim, starry lights lit up the room. Even the atmosphere became particularly ambiguous. Outside the window, the sound of waves crashing against rocks echoed occasionally. The vibe was exquisite. I leaned my back against the cold, transparent glass window. My heart beat faster and faster. This window is transparent glass. What if someone sees us? But not long after. I couldn't think at all anymore. Suching Yue wrapped her arms around my neck. The kiss deepened, crushing out every drop of sweet watermelon juice, enjoying it at will. I had never experienced a kiss like this before. My body was pressed firmly onto the bed by her. My mouth was full of sweet watermelon juice. My whole body went numb. I was completely lost in Su Qingyue's mouth. Su Qingyue leaned in very close. Only after enjoying the watermelon did she slowly pull away and let go. I grinned wickedly and asked, "Is it sweet?" I instinctively replied, "Sweet." My hands unconsciously wrapped around her waist. Su Qingyue noticed my anxiety. She smiled gently to comfort me. "This glass window is made of special material. You've set it to invisible mode now. We can see outside. People outside can't see us." Hearing that, I finally relaxed, pretending I didn't want to pay attention to her. As soon as Su Qingyue got close, I put on a cold face and turned away. Su Qingyue got anxious then. She leaned into my ear. "Poor Gu Xingcheng, don't ignore me." I coldly turned my head away. Su Qingyue turned around to face me again. She hugged me intimately. "Gu Xingcheng, pay attention to me." Inside, I was frantically holding back laughter. I decided to close my eyes, feigning anger. Yes, I am very angry right now. I thought Su Qingyue would be quiet for a bit. Unexpectedly, it was like she could read my mind. She pushed her luck more and more. "Baby Gu Xingcheng, good boy," but no matter how she called me, I remained unmoved. As a result, Su Qingyue really stopped talking. Exactly half a minute passed. The room was exceptionally quiet. I waited until I got a bit anxious. I secretly opened my eyes a crack. I wanted to see what she was doing right now. Why did she stop coaxing me halfway through? But in the next moment, my eyes suddenly met Su Qingyue's gaze. Su Qingyue suddenly curled her lips. A sudden sneak attack. She happily pecked my cheek, hugging me tighter and tighter. Her voice was especially seductive, making one's heart flutter. "Baby, I knew you couldn't bear to be mad at me." Su Qingyue hugged me very tight. My arms around her tightened too. Outside the window, the gentle sound of waves hitting the sand was intoxicating. Not long after, Su Qingyue keenly sensed my reaction. Her whole body trembled. Her cheeks nearly caught fire. "Gu Xingcheng, you pervert." Hearing that, I slowly let go. My Adam's apple bobbed. My voice was low. "It's a normal phenomenon. My body just really likes you. I can't help it when I see you." The more she listened, the redder her ears got. She unconsciously lowered her head. I laughed and carried her to the bed. I tucked her in. "Be good. I'm going to take a cold shower. There are a lot of tour activities tomorrow." I decided to spare her for now, fearing she'd be tired. Besides, we're still in university, still young. I didn't intend to actually touch her yet, because I cherish her. Su Qingyue lay on the soft shell-shaped bed. Leaning against the soft cushion, she tilted her head and stared at me. I placed the watermelon on the nightstand, afraid she might be bored. I handed her my phone to play with. "The phone password and payment password are both your birthday." She held my phone, stunned. Her eyes twinkled with laughter. "Can I really look at anything?" As I organized my pajamas, I looked up with dark eyes, thin lips curving into a smile. "Of course, I have no secrets from my girlfriend. You can check anytime." I took my pajamas into the bathroom. I closed the door. Soon after, the sound of running water could be heard. Su Qingyue's heart raced from the teasing. She couldn't help rolling around on the bed. She checked the wallpaper. It was the photo of our confession on the mountaintop. The lock screen was the same. She opened WeChat. The only pinned message was hers, nicknamed Good Girl, plus a red heart. In that moment, Su Qingyue's heart felt like it had been shot. She slowly scrolled through the screen. My WeChat list had many people, but most were inactive. The people I talked to often were all guys, just talking about games. The most common phrase was log in. Meanwhile, I was showering in the bathroom, suddenly remembering the 2 times Su Qingyue helped me before. "Gu Xingcheng, I want to help you. It'll make you feel good. Guaranteeing my birthday star will be satisfied." I felt my face burning up. Suddenly, there was a knock on the bathroom door. Su Qingyue opened the bathroom door. Her voice was sweet and soft. "Gu Xingcheng, I want to help you." In the bathroom, I seemed completely unprepared for this scene. My body suddenly stiffened. Surprise showed in my eyes. Separated by a layer of transparent glass, the two faced each other. Su Qingyue stared at my body, seeing everything clearly. A man with broad shoulders and a narrow waist. A tall and straight figure. Even glistening water droplets on the V-line, slowly sliding down. Extremely impactful. Su Qingyue's breath hitched. Her brain stalled. I snapped out of it, scalp tingling. "What do you want to do?" As soon as I spoke. I immediately panicked and closed the door, but then I hesitated. Less than 2 seconds later, I opened the bathroom door. A strong arm easily pulled Su Qingyue inside. She only felt the world spin, pressed hard into the corner of the bathroom, back pressed against the cold tiles. The door closed again. Mist filled the bathroom. The air was humid, ambiguous, and lingering. I propped one hand against the wall, trapping Su Qingyue firmly in my embrace. A smile that wasn't quite a smile. My voice was exceptionally husky. "Seducing my girlfriend. Wanna help me, huh?" White steam swirled endlessly in the bathroom. The atmosphere was particularly ambiguous and beautiful. My gaze rested on Su Qingyue, staring into her eyes. Her cheeks were like ripe peaches, radiantly pink and white, especially alluring. The corners of Su Qingyue's lips couldn't help but curve up, even seeing me standing naked before her. She didn't feel anything was wrong. My heart pounded. Su Qingyue sighed, laughed, and pinched my cheek, gently coaxing, "Why are you willing to let me help you now?" Looking at her, my eyes were full of pampering affection. Complex emotions kept welling up inside. My ears grew hotter, not knowing where I got the courage. I suddenly grabbed Su Qingyue's hand, placed it on my abs. I looked down at Su Qingyue. "Can you?" As soon as I finished speaking, Su Qingyue's breathing suddenly became heavy. Her dark eyes suddenly turned intense and dangerous. Those 2 sentences instantly burned away all her reason. She stared at me, took a deep breath. "You said it yourself." Night gradually fell. Bright moonlight bathed the beach, reflecting faint, scattered rays of light. After the minute hand on the bedroom wall spun countless times, I finally leaned weakly against the tiles. After Su Qingyue washed her hands, I carried her to the bed, took some hand cream, patiently and gently applied it for her, occasionally leaning in to kiss her lips. "Su Qingyue, go to sleep. It's almost 1 a.m. We have to get up early to watch the sunrise today. Not much time to sleep." I finished applying hand cream for her, put things away and closed it up. I crawled under the covers, hugged her waist. Late night, everything was silent. Not long after, I picked up the drowsy Su Qingyue. Her half-asleep state looked very adorable, looking like she didn't understand what was happening. My heart melted from the sweetness. I couldn't help but kiss her. On the cheek, "Qingyue, it's 3:30 a.m. now. Time to get up and watch the sunrise." Half a minute later, she was like a robot, obediently nodded. It took a long while for her to truly wake up. Washed face, brushed teeth, changed clothes, put on shoes. I held Su Qingyue's hand and left the room. Everyone boarded the pre-booked hot air balloon. The flight time was nearly an hour. After the hot air balloon was fired up, the air heated and expanded. Density decreased. The rainbow-colored balloon slowly took off, getting further and further from the ground, like a colorful star rising into the sky, starting a romantic journey. It was everyone's first time experiencing this. They couldn't help screaming with excitement, hurriedly filming the takeoff video, a group laughing and joking, waiting for sunrise. Su Qingyue still interlocked her fingers with mine, in everyone's eyes. We seemed to be stuck together all the time, never even more than 3 meters apart, exactly 5 a.m. The first ray of light pierced the clouds, lifting the veil of night. A streak of red quietly appeared, like a fire burning the sky, bright red fiery clouds, radiating brilliant colorful light. Zhang Chen excitedly pointed at a spot and shouted, "Wow, look quickly, doesn't that spot look like a burning phoenix?" The person next to him nodded repeatedly. "Don't say anymore, it really does look a bit like it." The red sun illuminated the whole world, making one's blood boil with excitement. My eyes reflected this majestic scene. After a long while, I slowly spoke. "Su Qingyue." She gave a soft, smiling and looking at me. While others weren't noticing, I lowered my head, secretly leaned into her ear, my voice soft but firm. "In the future, I want to watch every romantic scene in this world with you. All the beautiful, lush scenery, becoming the most important person in each other's lives. Staying together forever is the longest confession." The more I thought, the happier I got. I didn't know, while I was wholeheartedly watching the sunrise. Su Qingyue's eyes gradually welled up. When getting off the hot air balloon, everyone was surprised an hour had passed so quickly. It flew by in a blink. The group finished breakfast, drowsily returned to the hotel and crashed. I changed into swimwear, dragged by Su Qingyue to the beach. "Not calling them along?" I asked as we walked. Su Qingyue raised an eyebrow. "They want to sleep a bit first. I don't want to bring along a bunch of third wheels." She hugged my waist, looking up as she spoke. "So we're sneaking out to play, not telling them." Greeting the morning sun, I walked gently on the sand, slowly approaching the sea. This time, riding a tandem jet ski. Rented a red one. Can play on the sea for an hour. This was Su Qingyue's first contact with it, but as a professional racer, it only took a few tries to master it. She could even perform some difficult maneuvers. I finished putting on my life jacket, sat behind Su Qingyue, held onto the front handle. Next second, the engine started. The whole jet ski shot into the sea like an arrow from a bow, carving beautiful curves on the ocean surface. Heart rate and hormones were constantly stimulated like crazy, passion almost bursting out of the body. In that moment, our free souls were also soaring over the blue sea, in a deserted spot. Su Qingyue slowly slowed down, leaning into my ear, her voice both wild and serious. "Gu Xingcheng, run away with me. Let's have a romantic escape on the midsummer sea together." With the sea breeze blowing, Su Qingyue turned her head back. I didn't hesitate to kiss her cheek, eyes full of laughter. Okay, 4 years after we ran away, Su Qingyue broke the Asian record, bringing glory to the country, topping the hot search list based on pure skill, instantly causing heated discussion across the entire internet, attracting countless fans. Under the live lens of CCTV, the woman with the gold medal around her neck, deep, alluring phoenix eyes, her whole being intense like an arrogant, burning flame. Live backstage interview segment. Reporters asked many technical questions about racing, the GP World Championship in May. Your idol will also participate. May I ask if you are confident in winning a medal? Su Qingyue answered, yes. Another reporter asked, how did you feel after knowing you broke the Asian record? What was your mood? Su Qingyue replied, exhilarated. After many simple questions, Reporters started dropping the big ones, tone sharp. Today happens to be Valentine's Day. If you have a husband in the future, then husband and motorcycle, which is more important? Fans were very confident, thinking the ambitious Ching Yue off-screen would 100% choose the motorcycle. But on camera, Su Ching Yue answered decisively, completely incomparable. She curled her lips in a faint smile. My husband will always be the most important person in my heart. As soon as she spoke, the whole hall went silent for a moment. Reporters and netizens were all floored. While netizens were still endlessly guessing, someone sneakily ran into the hotel to avoid paparazzi snapping photos, looking left and right, looking very furtive. I just knocked on the room door, immediately pulled hard inside, pressed firmly against the door panel. Su Ching Yue took off my mask and sunglasses, casually set my luggage aside, then stood on tiptoes to kiss me. She missed me like crazy. In the top-floor hotel room, dim, ambiguous lighting, I leaned back against the door. Against my chest was her soft, warm bosom. I lowered my head, responding to the fierce, fiery kiss. Eyes dreamy. Years passed. My kissing skills had become increasingly skilled, much more proficient than before. One hand held the back of Su Ching Yue's neck, the other slowly stroked her waist. Then again, like a cunning, ferocious wolf, becoming dominant in the kiss, easily making her melt like ripples on a spring lake. Su Ching Yue felt ticklish at her waist, her body unsteady. Feeling like falling, she had to wrap her arms around my neck, kissing passionately, yet Su Ching Yue occasionally let out soft whimpers, each sound echoing in my ears. The seductive, sexy voice attacked straight into my eardrums. Extremely destructive power. The heater was on in the room too. I was unbearably hot. Actually, in front of Su Ching Yue, I had no self-control either. Su Ching Yue's eyelashes trembled slightly. Her eyes quickly covered in a thin mist. The corners of her eyes turned pink, only when she truly couldn't take it anymore. Did I relax my hand on her waist, standing up a bit straighter, voice low? I missed you so much. After the freshman competition, I was noticed by a few media companies, finally signed with a management agency. On the domestic music competition stage, defeating old and new singers, famous overnight. Others said I was lucky, but Su Ching Yue knew how hard I worked behind the scenes to be worthy of this fame. Lately, I've been busy with a nationwide tour, also had to stay up late filming reality shows. We haven't seen each other for nearly a month and a half. I buried my head in Su Ching Yue's shoulder, wishing I could merge into one with her. I pecked her earlobe lightly. I missed you too. I was watching your match live stream on the way here. It was great. Also, I heard the 2 answers you gave in the interview. Completely incomparable. Husband will always be the most important. My eyes crinkled up. Happy Valentine's Day. Su Ching Yue huffed softly, then raised her head to kiss me for a long time. Only then letting me go to the bathroom to shower. Only when holding him tight did my heart feel ultimate satisfaction. Not to the point of having zero confidence, Su Ching Yue said. I prepared a surprise Valentine's gift for you. My lips quirked up slightly, packing clothes as I spoke. Seeing you is already a surprise for me. I didn't know what gift she had prepared, but as long as she gave it, whatever it was, I would definitely like it. The sound of running water filled the bathroom. Over 10 minutes later, I finished showering and came out. No one was in the room. Just a small lump under the covers. I walked over slowly, lifted the blanket, but in the very next moment, my expression changed slightly. I froze in place. The Valentine's surprise she prepared for me was a maid outfit. Bedroom, under warm, dim light. My deep eyes instantly surged with emotion. Reason was gradually burned away, swallowing every thought. Su Ching Yue knelt obediently on the large bed, wearing a black and white maid outfit. Transparent lace trim revealing snow-white skin. She wore a maid headband, sweet and innocent to the extreme, like a dazzlingly bright pearl, radiating sparkling light. My Adam's apple kept bobbing, blood boiling inside, gaze sweeping up and down over her maid bell. Super short skirt, white stockings. I softly called her name, Su Ching Yue. She bowed her head slightly, heart beating faster and faster. Half a minute passed. Su Ching Yue looked up to see my reaction, but I was like struck by lightning, frozen in place, not moving. I pursed my lips, didn't even dare to breathe loud, heart rate totally chaotic. Next second, I turned back to the bathroom, hurriedly closed the door. The room suddenly fell silent. Su Ching Yue was a bit doubtful. Does he not like me like this? Impossible. The reality was, in the bathroom I stared at myself in the mirror, face slightly darkened, especially staring at the stream of nose blood trickling down. I washed my face with water while wondering, since we started dating, at most we just helped each other out. No substantial progress yet. I cared for her, didn't want to rush her, but we were married in the past life. What's not allowed? I summoned the courage to open the bathroom door. Su Ching Yue looked up. In a flash, a dark figure lunged in front of her, pushing her directly onto the bed, pinning her down, before she could even react. The man's dense kisses rained down, kissing until she was breathless. One hand pressed on Su Ching Yue's thigh, one hand gently lifted her chin, voice unusually hoarse. Baby, trying to seduce me? My right hand holding her chin moved slightly, flicked the bell on her neck. Cling, it sounded, emitting a clear, pleasant chime. Su Ching Yue looked at me and asked, Do you like it? My eyes burned hot, lowered my head to nibble her earlobe. Took a deep breath. Ching Yue. I like you to death. Hearing my unhesitating affirmative answer, Su Qingyue replied, I like you too, like you the most. I tried my best to restrain myself. Veins popped on my forehead, hands propped on either side of her, looking straight into her eyes seriously. Let's do it for real tonight. Are you sure? Su Qingyue dazedly looked up. She didn't expect that after hinting so clearly. I still respectfully asked for her opinion. Her eyes welled up, nodded slightly, speaking word by word, I am sure. As soon as she finished, the fire in my eyes could no longer be contained. I stood up abruptly, called hotel service. Less than a few minutes later, the hotel robot knocked on the door, delivering a whole box of supplies, the largest size. I tore the packaging. When I turned to look at Su Qingyue, my phoenix eyes surged with deep wickedness and caprice, like a hunter controlling everything. I used one hand to hold both of Su Qingyue's wrists, pinning them above her head, enveloping her in an extremely dominant and powerful stance, coaxing with a warm voice, Here I come. Outside the window, pitch black night, crescent moon like a hook, only leaves rustling in the wind. From midnight until the early hours, Su Qingyue's eyes glazed over, whimpers constantly escaping her lips, her mind a mess. Completely unable to think, she hazily remembered. She seemed to have something very important to tell me, but she had really forgotten. The room became especially quiet. Su Qingyue, aching and exhausted, lay prone on the bed, exhaling in relief. Thinking she could finally sleep peacefully, unexpectedly, a tearing sound came from behind. Plastic torn mercilessly. She seemed to have totally underestimated my stamina. The clear, pleasant bell sound rang incessantly, from darkest night until the first ray of sun appeared. Su Qingyue's consciousness blurred, attention scattered, briefly feeling me kiss her back from behind. A seductive voice spoke slowly, lingering in her ear. Tired? Sleep a bit. Afternoon, warm sunlight pierced the curtains, casting a layer of gentle, lingering light. I slept for a very long time. When I drowsily opened my eyes, still groggy, Su Qingyue also slowly woke up. She wanted to turn over, but pain surged through her whole body, like being run over by a truck. Awake? The man's voice was enchanting and seductive, carrying a tone of sated satisfaction. I arranged a soft pillow for Su Qingyue, held her sitting up against the headboard. Her waist hurt so much she hissed. Memories of last night's wildness suddenly flashed in her mind. Couldn't count how many times I took her. Thinking back now, Su Qingyue still felt a bit breathless, even feeling her legs still trembling uncontrollably. I sat by the bed, Adam's apple bobbing, gently held her in my arms, picked up the glass of water. Good girl, drink some water. I wore dark gray silk pajamas, head slightly bowed, lips still smiling, satisfaction written all over my face. Su Qingyue was unbearably thirsty, burrowed decisively into my warm chest. Throat felt much better after drinking water. She whispered, I'm hungry. Smells like something good. What was it I wanted to say? Never mind. Just fill the stomach first. I set the glass down, brushed teeth first. Saying that, I carried her to the bathroom, passed by a pile of clothes on the way. Fabric remnants of the maid outfit and white stockings torn to shreds in the night. Her cheeks gradually heated up. In front of the bathroom mirror, Su Qingyue's fair skin, neck covered in pink marks, like plum blossoms blooming on white snow. She looked at me resentfully. I deliberately looked down, feigning ignorance. Squeezed toothpaste for her. Su Qingyue came over and nuzzled me gently, eyes full of tiny sparks. Gu Xing Cheng. I'm so happy. After both finished washing up, I couldn't help hugging Su Qingyue and kissing her in the bathroom for a while. She complained softly, I'm covered in your bite marks. Are you a dog? I carried Su Qingyue back to bed, but laughed and said, my back is covered in your scratches too. Su Qingyue didn't believe it. I immediately took off my shirt, turned around, revealing my wheat-colored back. On the back, several red scratches stood out prominently, like being scratched by a kitten, some even bleeding, looking quite scary. Su Qingyue froze. She reached out to touch gently. Does it hurt? I put my shirt back on, turned to look at her, smirked. Relax. Doesn't hurt a bit, because these are marks of love. Suddenly I looked up at her sharply. I remembered. Su Qingyue's gaze was doting. Remembered what? Going public. I grabbed her hand. Su Qingyue, I want to go public with our relationship. Said it, then regretted a bit. How could I forget such an important thing? I just reported it to the management company and studio not long ago. Couldn't wait to tell Su Qingyue, but felt WeChat wasn't formal enough. So planned to give her a huge surprise when we met. Who knew as soon as I entered the hotel, Su Qingyue pinned me to the door, kissing me until my brain turned to mush. Hearing that, Su Qingyue's heart skipped a beat, then slowly calmed down. Your company agreed? It won't hurt your career? I seriously poked her cheek. It's fine. I've completely established myself after the national tour. Besides, the mouth is on my face. If I want to go public, they can't stop me. Plus, I've always wanted to tell the whole world. Su Qingyue is my girlfriend. Su Qingyue only felt her heart following every word of mine, beating wildly and powerfully. Yesterday, Su Qingyue Break's record was still on the hot search, attracting countless fans, flooding the super topic with new fans, male-to-female ratio almost equal. Why didn't Qingyue post on Weibo about winning? Only a system-automated post. LMAO, bro. Are you a new fan? She only logs into Weibo once every 6 months. But the next second, Su Qingyue posted on Weibo. Plotted for a long time. Secret love became real. I posted one too. I am forever the Princess Knight. Time exactly 13:14. Even added a burning red star. Extremely eye-catching. Attached were 9 couple photos. Naive photos from elementary school. Photos in blue and white high school uniforms. And a heart-shaped back silhouette from the beach trip. Fans instinctively thought it was a fake account. The moment they clicked the profile, smiles froze on their faces. Eyes turned incredulous. Is this actually the real account? At the same time, tens of millions of fans in my super topic reacted the same way. Engrossed in watching the live video from the previous tour, suddenly the special follow account posted an update. The fans' eyes lit up, happily running off to boost the stats. The next second, the whole crowd was dumbfounded. I went online, shared that public Weibo post, and commented, "I have plucked the brightest sun." After the 2 Weibo posts went up, countless people's brains froze, repeatedly opening the profile page. The shares, likes, and comments on Weibo skyrocketed in the blink of an eye, quickly climbing to the top of the trending list. The hot search, Su Qingyue Gu Xingcheng, announced relationship firmly occupied the #1 spot. The onlookers were full of question marks. You're saying who is dating whom? It feels like those two have absolutely nothing to do with each other. Yet they are dating. Su Qingyue's racing fans didn't care much about the dating news. They only cared if she would win a medal in the next GP race. I have always followed the path of talent, but the traffic was huge, mostly career fans and mom fans. After the initial heartbreak, they immediately returned to normal, choosing to bless me, putting down the phone. Unbearably tired, my eyelids kept drooping. After Su Qingyue tucked me in and turned off the lights, she lay down beside me, snuggling into my arms. I fell into a deep sleep almost as soon as I closed my eyes, breathing steadily, sleeping incredibly soundly. But Su Qingyue couldn't sleep at all. Even if she stayed up all night, she wouldn't feel sleepy in the slightest. On the contrary, she was more awake than usual. Happiness had come too suddenly. They were inseparable for hours. They even let everyone know about their relationship. After so many years, her wish had finally come true. Su Qingyue carefully held me, leaning over to kiss my Adam's apple, her voice, both affectionate and lingering, "I love you." March 30th, a free new song during my 23rd birthday concert. The new song, Ablaze, officially released, dedicated to Su Qingyue, also dedicated to every lovely fan. In the evening, half an hour before the concert officially started. In the dressing room, I was all ready, looking up at myself in the mirror. I've rarely dreamed of my past life memories in the last 2 years, but I still remember them very clearly. In my past life, right after this birthday concert, it poured rain. I was almost hit by a red car. It was Su Qingyue who was passing by and saved me. But was she really just passing by like she said? The lounge door was tapped lightly, and the little assistant poked his head in. "Brother Xingcheng, 10 minutes until start. You can head backstage to prepare now." I nodded. Picking up my custom-made microphone, the fans held yellow light sticks and controlled lights, like the dawn just breaking, gathering into a dazzling golden galaxy. Absolutely stunning, seeing the fans creating a golden ocean for me with all their hearts. My eyes suddenly felt hot. Compared to my past life, this support is even grander and more overwhelming. My popularity is also higher. Everything is getting better and better. At 7 o'clock p.m. sharp, the birthday concert officially began. The stage lights suddenly turned on. The arena with tens of thousands of people completely boiled over. Screams and cheers rang out incessantly, shaking the heavens and earth, creating a powerful shockwave. The intense sound rushed straight into the sky. I raised the microphone and started singing, descending from the sky, surrounded by brilliant, colorful flowers. The first song was Music Box. It was also my first album after breaking through the competition show. You could say I became a top star right upon debut, sweeping music charts and major awards, shocking the entire internet. As the song ended, I greeted the camera. "Good evening, everyone. I am Gu Xingcheng. The first song, Music Box, is for you all. I hope everyone can love themselves more. Cherish themselves more." The screams at the venue grew even more passionate. The live stream chat room was also incredibly lively. I invited many friends and celebrities in the industry to the venue, including my closest friends. And Yicheng exclaimed, "Is this really our Xingcheng? He feels so much more mature." Gucci smiled. "Nurtured by love, he's much more confident than before. I told you long ago. Su Qingyue can greatly boost Gu Xingcheng's career luck, and vice versa. Indeed, he hadn't miscalculated. Isn't the support and trust of lovers and friends a form of power?" As the concert progressed, the atmosphere at the venue became increasingly intense. Not far away, a crazy fan raised his phone and screamed. However, not long after, he felt the woman next to him was a bit strange. She was wearing a white dress, carrying no light stick or cheering baton, not holding a phone to record or take photos. She didn't even cheer or scream, just quietly looked at me. She seemed emotionless the entire time. It was truly weird. Nearly 2.5 hours later, the concert neared its end under the glittering lights. I changed into a gold-plated suit and appeared in everyone's view. The last song is a new one. Burning Heartbeat, dedicated to the one I love, Su Qingyue. Also dedicated to every single fan. I hope everyone can find their true love. As soon as I finished speaking, fans screamed wildly. Cheers poured out like a tidal wave. Su Qingyue's ears burned incessantly, her heart pounding fiercely. The sound shook the heavens. On stage, I bathed in the golden light. Every single strand of hair was glowing. My voice touched the soul, listening until the end of the song. The audience's emotions reached a peak, screaming like boiling water. An inexplicable, complex, and subtle emotion rose in Su Qingyue's chest. A bit bittersweet. The boy who used to sing only for her years ago now has tens of millions of listeners and fans, famous everywhere. Actually, sometimes Su Qingyue's possessiveness flared up, wanting to hide me away secretly, not letting anyone discover me. But then she felt that I was so wonderful. I should stand on stage and shine. I should be loved by countless people in the world. The concert ended. Su Qingyue, guided by my assistant, went to an empty lounge. After I enthusiastically greeted the fans, I happily ran to hug her. I looked down, eyes sparkling, tone incredibly excited. Su Qingyue, did I sing well? Su Qingyue hugged me tight, looking up, madly kissing my cheek, her mouth constantly repeating how much she liked it, while she gave me her passionate love. I also didn't hesitate to give her clear favoritism. The concert concluded. Fans had intense withdrawal symptoms. Most people left the arena crying. A thunderclap echoed through the sky, and suddenly it poured rain. The sound of violent rain rang out, until almost everyone had left. A woman in a white shirt finally stood up. Yang Wuting held an umbrella, wandering aimlessly in the heavy rain. Her eyes were hazy and empty. A few days ago, her mother died in a plane crash. This had never happened in her past life. The accident came suddenly, yet she felt no emotional fluctuation whatsoever. She only felt that she had finally escaped control, finally free. But now that she was free, she still had nothing. In her past life, she missed out on me. The 23rd birthday concert. I had proposed a breakup on this very day. In this life, she came, but I had long forgotten her completely. Heavy rain mercilessly pounded the umbrella. Yang Wuting was expressionless, holding the umbrella, her eyes slightly red. In a moment, opposite, there seemed to be a familiar figure that looked especially like me. Yang Wuting froze on the spot, her heart pounding. I am very happy now. You can't come and disturb me. Yang Wuting completely lost control of her body. She rushed over without hesitation. Suddenly, in the heavy rain, a red car lost control and rushed out of the rain curtain, emitting blinding lights, speeding towards her. In that moment, it was as if time had completely stopped. She was defenseless and fell to the ground. Knocked down by the violent impact, bright red blood gushed out, staining her white shirt red, a horrifying scene. The car owner screamed in terror, sobering up instantly. Shaking with tension, he hurriedly called 120. Thunder rumbled, and rain poured down. Yang Wuting lay in a puddle of rainwater. Her body felt drained of strength, her vision blurring. Even her consciousness was fading. Her world was cold and barren, a frighteningly gloomy black and white. Heaven took pity, shining a warm golden ray of light on her, but she had pushed me away with her own hands. Yang Wuting was swallowed bit by regret. She closed her eyes in pain, shedding tears of despair. I'm sorry, Gu Xingcheng, I was truly wrong. May 20th, the GP World Motorcycle Championship in Paris, France, officially began. Organized by the International Motorcycling Federation, it is one of the most important road racing events. Broadcast live globally and attracting massive attention. Wearing sunglasses and a mask, I sat in the stands, waving small flags, my heart burning with anxiety. I asked for a safety amulet again this time. Su Qingyue will definitely be safe and smooth. The girls next to me were also stressed to the max. Chen Shishi wiped her sweat, legs trembling. In a moment, I felt like I was back at the race 4 years ago, after I fainted. Dreaming of past life memories, thinking Su Qingyue had crashed, scared to death. Su Qingyue took off her gold medal, put it around my neck, coaxing dotingly, "Gold medal for you. Don't worry anymore." Those beautiful memories flooded my mind, like sweet honey, dissolving my current anxiety and unease bit by bit. At the same time, the race started. The roar at the venue was deafening. Countless motorcycles rushed out in an instant. Around us, countless foreigners were cheering for their idols, screaming madly. In the second half of the race, several racers had already crashed, regretfully leaving the race. The racers fell into a fierce battle. Su Qingyue wasn't overwhelmingly leading like before this time. Instead, she adopted a restrained riding strategy, not showing her sharpness at all. This race, everyone's attention was focused on a few extremely famous racers. The competition between Spanish and Italian racers was particularly fierce. Seemingly, not many foreigners paid attention to. The only Chinese racer participating this time, Su Qingyue. Just as audiences worldwide were betting on Spain or Italy, or the UK and other countries, the result was unexpected. The Chinese racer unexpectedly made a comeback. Only a red and black figure was seen overtaking 2 cars in a row, crossing the finish line in the lead, winning the world championship with absolute strength and a 4.732-second lead, bringing glory to the country. On the live screen was a young and unfamiliar Asian face. In an instant, the entire stadium fell silent for 2 seconds, then erupted in ear-piercing cheers. Su Qingyue broke through with an unexpected achievement, overturning everyone's perception. She even defeated the idol she had admired for years. Under the bright golden sun, she took off her helmet, standing on the highest podium, wearing a heavy gold medal on her chest, taking photos with the runner-up and third place. She smirked confidently, her spirit blazing. Su Qingyue not only topped Weibo's hot search, but also topped global trends. Foreign social networks exploded instantly. This is undoubtedly a moment for the history books. At the scene, I was so happy I almost jumped up. The girls next to me cried tears of joy, hugging each other and spinning around. Suddenly, I put down my phone. Under the guidance of my assistant, I walked unimpeded all the way inside. Ahead, countless people were gathering into a crowd. Journalists surrounded them. I took off my mask and sunglasses. Taking a deep breath, the assistant handed me what was prepared. I held a huge bouquet of red roses in one arm. Holding a diamond ring gift box in the other, I walked towards Su Qingyue. Smirking, I walked over slowly. The crowd also parted away from me, under countless interview lenses and lights. The woman still wearing the red and black racing suit, she stood completely frozen, her heart suddenly skipping a beat, then pounding incessantly, as if it would jump out of her chest the next second. The moment I saw Su Qingyue, my palms were sweaty. It felt like every minute and second was slowed down by 0.5 times, extremely long. The blinding lights and countless cheering people around gradually blurred before my eyes. Only the woman in front of me remained in my eyes. I walked up to Su Qingyue and went down on one knee, looking at her intently, my voice deep and warm. Su Qingyue, will you marry me? I held the diamond ring. The diamond in the center was huge, sparkling brilliantly, dazzling and blinding. As soon as I finished speaking, Su Qingyue's eyes immediately heated up, her vision blurring, her nose tingled, and her eyes instantly welled up. No wonder I told her to put on beautiful makeup this morning. We were surrounded tightly by people. Crowds of journalists focused their lenses on the two of us. Competitors also ran over to watch. The excited eyes of the whole world were focused here, under the official live broadcast lens. This scene appeared on TV screens of people all over the world. Su Qingyue's shoulders trembled slightly. Suppressing tears, hugging the roses, she said, "I do." The next second, I put the diamond ring on her finger, bowing my head to cherishly kiss the back of her hand. Cheers from the whole hall echoed to the sky. The whole world was witnessing our love. The interview ended. I carried Su Qingyue back to the hotel. All the way back, she kept staring at the exquisite diamond ring on her finger. The more she looked, the more she wanted to cry, finally unable to hold back the tears. A smile bloomed on my lips. "Congratulations, Su Qingyue. Double happiness." She lowered her head, quietly burying her face in my chest. "Why are you so romantic?" I wiped Su Qingyue's tears, voice doting. "Because I love you." Hearing that, her nose turned red. She actively hugged me. I bowed my head to kiss her red lips. A romantic proposal of the century, making their fame even more prominent. Completely famous across all demographics, young and old, men and women. I originally planned to stay in Paris for a few more days, but seeing Su Qingyue's eager face, I softened, agreeing to go back home to register the marriage. Now, immediately. Su Qingyue said eloquently that tomorrow is 521. Very suitable for registration. I silently ate watermelon, feeling she'd move the entire Civil Affairs Bureau here if she could. Express marriage. The two changed flight tickets to return home. On the way back, Su Qingyue was in a great mood. Her mouth really curved up to the sky, side by side with the sun. On the romantic day of May 21st, the two registered their marriage, officially becoming legal husband and wife. The moment I received the red book, my mood was very subtle, as if my feelings with Su Qingyue were also stamped with a small seal. The golden national emblem on the marriage certificate cover shone brightly. Opening the document revealed a photo of us smiling. I stared at the photo, speaking each word softly. "Happy wedding, my wife." I reported to the company and team last night. Anyway, I already proposed, so it doesn't matter. Showing off the marriage certificate, I finished taking photos of the two cute red books. Posted on Weibo and WeChat at exactly 5:21 p.m. No need to write any extra caption. One photo says it all. Su Qingyue immediately came online to repost, adding a few small red hearts. The topic Guxingcheng Su Qingyue marriage registration immediately hit hot search. I drove straight to Su Qingyue's new house. After getting out, Su Qingyue pushed me straight into the back seat, closing the car door. I leaned back against the seat, blinking in confusion. Suddenly, she sat firmly on my lap. Su Qingyue said, "Good boy, can we do it in the car?" I was stunned, heart beating fast. Before I could even speak, she kissed me. I also indulged, recalling the more passionate kiss. After registering the marriage, I almost didn't hold back my emotions at all. My reason was constantly submerged. A long while later, I managed to sit up with difficulty, taking out a new box of supplies from the car's storage compartment. The sound of tearing plastic packaging rang in her ears, until very late. I carried Su Qingyue from the front, walking step by step from the private garage upstairs, through the living room, into the bedroom, lasting until midnight. I kissed her forehead with heartache, holding her in my arms. "Good night, beloved wife." After Su Qingyue won the world championship, her commercial value soared, not only easily appearing in major global fashion magazines, but also signing quite a few top-tier commercial contracts. My new album also trended globally once again. The CP Super topic also ranked first. That proposal video was watched over and over again until worn out. Every fan watched it countless times. The wedding was set for September 9th. Fans were so excited they frantically posted on Weibo for lucky draws. At the same time, countless top luxury brands competed to sponsor the couple. On September 9th, the wedding took place as scheduled. The venue was an ancient castle in Europe. Ancient, mysterious, romantic, and magnificent. The dark gray castle was adorned with red roses, gently swaying in the wind, burning like fire. When the melodious tune rang out in the castle, the exquisitely carved ancient door slowly opened. The eyes of the whole hall simultaneously turned to the door, anxiously and expectantly looking towards the bride, Su Qingyue, wearing a white wedding dress, pure and holy. The dress had intricate patterns embroidered with gold threads, sparkling under the lights. The large skirt was covered in pearls and diamonds, like a sparkling galaxy flowing in the dark night, extremely breathtaking. The whole hall gasped in awe. Wow! The girl's eyes were full of admiration. I stood at the other end of the red carpet, Adam's apple bobbing slightly, thin lips pressed tight, deep eyes fixed on the bride. Su Qingyue wore a crown and veil holding fresh flowers, red lips smiling beautifully, stepping towards me one by one, exactly like a scene from a dream. My heart was completely in turmoil. I was trembling slightly. The two of us locked eyes. When she looked at me, I also looked deep into Su Qingyue. I wore a well-tailored high-end black suit, tall, straight figure, sharp, distinct features, extremely abstinent. After the priest read the vows, the two sincerely exchanged vows, witnessed by everyone. I put the diamond ring on Su Qingyue, slowly lifting the misty veil, using a volume only the two of us could hear, gently calling her name, Su Qingyue, I love you. I noticed Su Qingyue's eyes reddening. The woman's peerlessly arrogant phoenix eyes gleamed with tears. Her eyelashes trembled slightly, looking up. I love you too. The next second, I lifted Su Qingyue's face, as if cherishing the most precious and beloved jewel, bowing my head to kiss her lips. Cameras on site filmed continuously, recording guests screaming excitedly, cheering non-stop, congratulating the wedding. Su Qingyue changed outfits to toast. It was a pearly blue mermaid dress, like a little mermaid princess swimming out of an ancient painting. I went with Su Qingyue to toast the guests. The night wind blew gently, stars twinkled brightly. When the wedding ended beautifully, Gu Xingcheng. The hashtag Su Qingyue's wedding also shot up to hot search and global trends, making countless people in the world jealous. On the wedding night, in front of the floor-to-ceiling window on the top floor of the castle, two bodies intertwined ambiguously. The difference in physique between man and woman was distinct. Su Qingyue's hands were held tight, raised above her head, her whole body pressed against the cold floor-to-ceiling window. The high-end aqua blue mermaid dress was torn to shreds. Most of the gown's fabric lay scattered on the ground. Only a pitiful small piece hung on her body, barely covering anything. I was still properly dressed behind her, wearing a black suit, holding her slender waist tight. Voice. Don't worry, they can't see inside from out there. Be good, call me. Su Qingyue's whole body went limp, voice trembling. Hubby. I hugged her tight from behind, intimately nuzzling her cheek, saying, look outside. Su Qingyue gasped softly, looking up at the pitch-black night sky. The next second, colorful fireworks instantly bloomed in the night sky, changing in the blink of an eye, brilliant and shimmering, converging into a dazzling picture. Fireworks lasted for 10 minutes, not until dawn the next day. I held Su Qingyue, turning her over, my voice enchanting, seductive. Wedding gift, do you like it? Su Qingyue nodded. I like it. Ripples like autumn lake water rose in her eyes, wrapping her arms around my neck, actively lifting her head to kiss my lips, using action to prove that she liked it, liked the fireworks, but liked Gu Xingcheng even more. I also hugged her tight, bowing my head to capture her lips, responding to her kiss passionately. She really got her wish to marry him, the boy she had secretly loved for over 10 years.